yesAND. This is a band who are not only fun, but I now know rock pretty damn hard as well. I got a lot of joy out of the fact that when this band first came out, I did a couple of reaction videos to them. I thought they were just really fun. And then I went to a festival in Shimokitazawa. I go to a few of these festivals here in Japan, but the Shimokitazawa one's always the best. It's like a multi-venue festival. You got all these artists, a timetable, and you get a wristband, and you can just go between the venues and see whichever artist you want. And so I'd circled off which bands I wanted to see, and yesAND were on there, because I remember how much I enjoyed them when I reacted to those first two singles that came out from them. Along the way, though, while I was there, I bumped into a few other people who started like coming with me. I was like, oh, let's all go together. Let's, they're happy to let me lead the way because they were kind of on holiday. And one of them was YouTuber John Reeves, who's got like 200,000 subscribers. And I was like, hey, follow me, I'll show you around. And so it was nice. But one of the bands I wanted to see, they were kind of more into the heavier music. I was like, one of the bands I wanted to see was this band, yesAND, who I know are fun, poppy, joyous, just a lot of smiles along the way. And I was wondering, are they going to like this? They really did, because oh my god, yesAND were great live, really fun live. But here's the thing, I hadn't realised that I just was checking their stuff at the time. They had a new song come out 2 months ago, and I didn't know about this. So not only was that perfect, but it primed me for the ability to be ready to do another reaction. I'm really glad. I thought these guys were great, and I was joyful as well that I got to meet them in person. And outside the venue, I just sort of bumped into them. I was like, hello. And they were like so happy. They like recognized my reaction videos from before, which was really cool. So do I have a bit of bias towards them? Maybe I do. But the whole reason I wanted to see them is because I really remember enjoying their music so much. And so for me, this was a really great opportunity. And I'm so glad they got a new song. So it's a 5-minute long music video. It seems to start very much in the studio. So who knows what direction we're going in. But let's enjoy this. This band were so much fun. If you want to hear a sort of poppy, fun band, they got that as well. But boy, oh boy, live do they rock. And great skillful musicianship as well. So this was so much fun. I'm glad everyone else enjoyed them. But let's check out their newest single, Aina Longevity, isn't it? Yeah, I did check that a moment ago. I'm trying to remember the kanji now. Anyway, let's jump in with this one and see. I love that beat. That's a cool way to start a song off. Builds up the tension. See, I remember this one now. We did hear this song yesterday, so I remember this one got everyone dancing. That beat! Listen to that snare work. And that bass line is incredible as well. I mean, just between the bass and the drums, the funkiness is incredible. But when you add that catchy melody and just listen to the guitar, it's not so prominent. That little wah-wah, really on point. And of course the solo. Yep, that's what they look like live. I mean, the video's frenetic, but the music as well. So much going on. Both sides. And I'm loving the brass. I made it look like a saxophone. Oh yeah, I forgot this bit. I forgot about this bit. Oh, and she did hold up the cards. Yeah, like that. She holds up the kanji for you to sing along to. I liked the live version, but hearing this now with the brass as well. Oh. Yes, yes, yes. And oh my god, that filter was creepy. Funny thing is, this video shows just how active they've been. There was like clips of them, I think, in America. You see them busking on like Shinjuku outside the bus station there. You can see that. There's all the gigs they've been to. I mean, I knew they'd been active, but this is incredible. You can really see that they're not just phoning it in. The effort that has gone in, the touring, the presence. You know, this is a sort of video where, you know, you say, oh, it's just a video, like a behind the scenes style video. You think, oh, it's going to get old quick. 5 minutes, and it was like frenetic, constantly flashing stuff at the screen, and it was like they had so much to show us that 5 minutes was just full of activity, virtually never repeating itself. And to me, that just shows a band who are working. What is with that image? Yeah, a ton of fun. And what's interesting about this one for me, so this was probably their least heavy of all their songs. I'm not the sort of band you usually rate, you know, or consider on a heaviness scale, but I would say this is the least sort of chugging guitar of all their songs. It's the most poppy of all their songs, and yet I get the feeling that somewhat like what Fujiyama Disco did for Silent Siren, this is a song where I feel like if you play this to musos, like the sort of people who usually only listen to like heavy music and stuff, I think that they would listen to this and go, that's really good. Yeah, because you can hear the musicianship. You can hear the skill. Even the drumming, that's a simple sort of disco shuffle beat, but just like the little sort of stuff that was put in there, like the little, the snare work, just a little, you could hear the like double taps on the snare, yeah, before the beat and stuff like that. It was before the main beat and everything. It was just those nice little fluid bounces to it. So good. So good. I really enjoyed that. And again, I'd heard this live, and you know, a lot of time people will like talk about, oh, live is always best. And don't get me wrong, I have a lot of love for live. I think that people often, there's this treatment of, oh, live is all, like I say, live is always best. I think that's often, no, live is different. You know, if you don't have, if you suck live or if you suck in the studio, it's just as bad. You got to be able to do both. You know, you've got to be able to be on your best on your perfect day when you're doing the exam, and you got to the studio when you're trying to show your very best colours, and you've also got to be best when you're doing your day job as well. So, I don't know where to throw that. You've probably heard what happened there. You know, I think you've got to have both. And for me, like the live, I really enjoyed this live. First time I heard this was at the live show yesterday. And then to hear it in the studio, suddenly it's got all the things you want from a studio. It's like have got the capacity to bring in the extra musicians, have like a brass band playing, you know, the brass quartet or whatever. Yeah, have those trumpets and stuff in the background. That was brilliant. The brass playing was really good as well. There's some nice little swells in the brass, which were awesome. You got to hear, as you do in the studio, like really nicely hear all the delicate, tangible touches of the drum kit, which make it sound so cool. The vocals up nice and front and clear, where you can hear like all the expression in her voice, and that guitar work. I didn't talk that much about the guitar because we're all so used to knowing like guitar work is good in most of these songs we cover, but I loved it for everything from that little wah wah, which was, you know, nice and subtle, but really added a lot of thickness to the sound, all the way up to the solos, which were and like the riffing and everything was just kind of very delicate. I think John actually mentioned about this. He said how the guitarist sound, it kind of, he said a bit of a polka dot stingray vibe, which I can kind of get in a lot of ways, in that it's just got this clean, nice feel to it, which yeah, a lot of the bands I like have that kind of sound, but you know, you got to use it when your sound's going to be, if you're going to go for a clean guitar sound, you got to play with that little bit of expression and everything. And yeah, a lot like the polka dot stingray comparison, so accurately kind of reveals it's just really great guitar playing. It's expressive, it's nice, it's funky, and it works, and it doesn't outstay its welcome. It's subtle. This was great dancey song, but full of nice little nuance and details that make 5 minutes fly by. Absolutely adore it. I'm 100% in for this band. If I click on this, there's so many frames to this video. Who knows what we'll get? Oh, that's nice. That's a nice frame. What do we get next? Bam. Good live music. Bam. That's got to be the thumbnail, isn't it? That's got to be the thumbnail for this video. There's only 3 of them, but it's so good. Anyway, get in the comments. Tell me what you think. Do follow up on yesAND. What a brilliant band. And until I hopefully see you very soon in Japan for the next one of these. For now. That was sloppy. Ciao, ciao.